you've got an awesome quiz designed, and now you need to know how to connect that to send emails to whoever it is that took your quiz. So this video is going to show you exactly how to connect emails to quizzes in your automations. All right, who am I? My name is Connor Callahan. I am the creator of PrettyQuizCodes. If you are interested and in need of premium quizzes, then head on over to PrettyQuizCodes where you can get that. And if you are one of the first 150 buyers, you get a completely custom quiz designed by me, and you'll receive an email, and you'll get that within 48 hours after you tell me exactly what you want. All right, we are jumping into this. So where you want to go, you already have your quizzes set up, and so now we want to go to automations. So this is the step that you are at. And I'm going to put me down here. Hopefully I don't have to move myself too much. Now we're going to create a new workflow because I want to show this to you the entire way from start to finish, okay? So this new workflow, we are going to name it something, quiz email. All right, quiz email, that's just quiz to email. You can do this in one automation, or you can do this in multiple automations. I typically do it in multiple automations because I like to spread it out over the course of making sure that I can engage with every nurture sequence, hot, warm, cool, cold. You can divvy this up in every different way. What I'm going to show you first is how to do this just step by step in a single format. And then the next way I'm going to do it is how to add emails to different scored quiz branches, okay? So the first one being, how do we add this to a single quiz section, all right? First thing you want to do, you're going to create this new trigger with a quiz submitted, all right? If you don't have this recent trigger, then just go ahead and type in quiz. It's going to be in the events area, quiz submitted. And what we want to do is quiz name is, there we go, and pick a quiz that you have designed. You'll see them here, and those are the ones that you just saw on that page back in the quiz builder. So we are going to go through the agency, the trigger, and here's what I want to do. I want to save that trigger, and we are just going to go straight into sending this person an email, all right? Now, what I want to do is, as soon as it's submitted, I'm going to add a little wait step here. So we're going to go to seconds. I'm going to add 3 seconds as a wait and then save that action. So that's good. That's easy. They've given me their email. They've given me their name. I can go ahead and send them an email. But what I would prefer to do is I'm going to create a contact out of their information. Okay, so this add field, we are going to start off with going down to their full name because I need them in the CRM to know where they came from and also to make sure that I am keeping up with them. I need to add them as a contact in my area. So now we're going to go down to contact, full name, and that's just going to store that first. Next, whenever it stores that full name, we need to go down to what it stores, which is going to be standard fields, and we want to find email. Email is going to be the option here, contact, email. And then lastly, because on this quiz, we are asking them to give us their phone number, what I want to do is go down and find phone, and we are going to, again, do contact phone. So now everything is stored within that area, and we're just going to save that. Next, go back and add a little wait step. Again, that 3 seconds, just make sure that it all gets stored. 3 second little wait a sec, and then it can go back off to the races. It can be super excited and contact them immediately. So now you can type in email, and you want to go send email. Now, whenever we have this email going out, we want to have it a from name. You don't have to. You can add this if you'd like to. If you don't put a from name, it'll still send out an email. If you do stack this and you already have an email set up inside of your CRM, it's going to be this email and then the email that you have connected to the sub account that's sending emails out. It looks a mess. If I get a screenshot, I'll show it to you. I'll put it up on the screen. Looks terrible, right? All right, so what we want to do is this from email you will need, and then the subject we will need, okay? So from email you can just do here, so then contact, not contact, you would want to do user and then email. And what we would want to do is then come up with a subject. The subject has to be in here, and then this preview area is what's going to show under the subject whenever the email lands into, let's say, Google or into another email provider. So you see that first little line that's enticing them to read it out. So you would just say, hi, and then whenever you want to make this customized, you can click this button and it'll allow you to add their first name. So based off what we got from their full name, we have their first name. And then here is your results. We'll just say results, because let's say with this first email that we're sending them, we entice them by getting insights or getting results on their specific situations. So see how your results changes your next 48 hours, right? And this is something that they're gonna be like, okay, if they were looking into it and they were interested, okay? And then we can have the email copy, so hi, and then go back in here and just put first name, so contact, first name, comma, here is your results. And then what I like to do is put something like what I have, which I'm going to show you is, well, I'll show you that in a second, but secret self-closing sales, see, well, we'll make that a full sentence. So secret to self-closing sales, right? And then I can finish it off by giving them more information and then just signing off as me. So then Connor. And if you don't want to just type this out and you want to have this as the contact, so you could have this go back from contact, go to user, and then you could do user full name, user first name. This is how you set this up for a client inside of GoHighLevel, so that way all of their emails are just automatically connected to that user, and you don't have to go in and make sure like the spelling is right every single time. And it allows you to edit things really quickly on the back end. Now, as far as this, what I would do is I would create a link. You can link to a direct deliverable from Google. There is a video on my account. I'm actually going to link to it if I find it and have time. But if not, then just search how to create a direct download through Google on my account on YouTube, and you'll find it. It's like really just step by step by step. And then you come back and you attach that link here, right? You just attach that link, and then the text to display would just be what it is, right? So let me show you. Whenever you highlight this text and then you click link, that text to display is going to say exactly what you highlighted, and then you can text that that URL, paste it in there. And so whenever someone gets this email, they immediately are able to just click it, and then they'll have that directly downloaded onto their phone, getting that immediate results that you were sending to them. Now, this is how you send an email through GoHighLevel on a single format. Okay, so we don't have the paragraph here, but I'm just going to write insert your paragraph here. And it's really important that you make this something that is a part of the buyer journey, and you are getting them their first win, that first step that someone has no idea how to do, and you're giving them that immediate win. So dopamine is going to be boosted. They're going to be really excited to work with you, and this gets you into the next phase of the user experience, the buyer's journey, and you are becoming the guide to that individual. Now, if your lead magnet does not get them an immediate action, if the emails that you have set up to that aren't getting them actions or showing the results of an action they could have taken that day, then you are missing out on giving them the opportunity to work with you, because that's a different play. I'll tell you more about it. Well, actually, you know what? I'll tell you more about it now. I think you're interested. So if the email has an action inside of it and you are getting them a real results, and let's say that you are reading emails, right? I'm sending you emails. This, the secret to self-closing sales, the first day you get an immediate win. The next day I send you an email, and what I'm telling you inside is so specifically set out that it's the next step. It's only one step. And you know that had you have taken it and had you have done it, you would have gotten the results. Because not only do I show you how to do it, but I show you the results of what would have happened. You, in your mind, still feel like you did the result. You still feel like you did the action, and you believe that had you have done it, you would have gotten the results. So you go through the 3, 4, 5 days, and this is how you buy into somebody seeing them as a guide. This is actually why a lot of people don't do things, right? Like you get on here, you watch YouTube videos, you don't implement them, you don't actually put them into practice. It's a very dangerous thing. Make sure that you are building as you go. It's really important. I just wanted to throw that out there. I think I want to see you guys succeed. So this is how we do this from a single, let me show this. So that way you see it. This is how we do this as a single step for quiz submission. But what is it going to look like whenever we have multiple triggers for this quiz as this quiz submitted? Let me show you that right now. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add another step. But what we want to do is we want to add a filter and select overall score, and then is equal to, between, greater than. These are ways you can segment if someone got less than, let's see, where's that? Is less than 10 points, okay? Is greater than 25 points. This is how we connect that in. Between blah blah blah, right? So what you want to do is you want to choose this and decide on what scoring the quiz is going to have and how that connects them. So I'm going to say we're going to go less than 10. So that means 9 through 1, right? That's what this one is going to do, right? So we're going to save this trigger. Okay, less than 10. Now I need to set another trigger for this same quiz. So quiz submitted. If you didn't, you remember, you just go and you type in quiz. It's in the events area. You're going to set this to the same quiz, and then we are going to do select overall score, and then we are going to do between, and then we can do our minimum value, which would be 10, and then we'll do 19, okay? So now we have 10 to 19, so that's 1 to 9, because it has to be less than 10, and then we have 10 to 19, so then save the trigger. And then now what we want to do is we want to go a last step, because this is going to be a 3, so we're going to do hot, warm, cold. That's where we're going to cut the cool. We're going to cut the cool. I actually like the way that sounds. So what we're going to do is we are going to select, did it again, overall score, and then we are going to do greater than, and on this one we would do 19, because it has to be greater than 19. So this would be 20 and beyond, right? So that's going to be our hot. So now what we could do is we could just label this as hot quiz submitted, and we'll save that. And then what this one would be, what was this, 10 through 19? So this one would obviously be our warm quiz submitted. And then this one would be hot. So then this one's going to be our cold quiz submitted, okay? Now, what we need to do, because now that we have these, we're going to have a wait a sec. It's still going to create the contact no matter what overall score it sent in, okay? We still want that. And then we are going to have this email, but we don't want this here anymore. What I want to do is I want to create a branch. Okay, so we're going to click here and we are going to do an if/else. You're going to find if/else here, or if you haven't searched it recently, you're going to grab if/else from the internal section. Now, this gives us the ability to branch out from the quiz different answers that have been submitted, and that's what we want to do. So right now, everybody who comes through the quiz is going through and they're going to still lead into this same email. What we want to do is we want to add a condition, and then we'll move that email in just a second. But what we want to do is we want to build our own. So this first branch is going to be workflow trigger is, and then we select the cold quiz submitted. So that's this group. Now, we don't want to add a segment. We want to add a branch. And the branch is going to be, as you're seeing here, 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. So that's what's going to happen, because these are the 3, and if nothing, it doesn't matter. So we go to workflow trigger, and then is, and then warm quiz submitted, right? And then add a branch. And then we go to workflow trigger is and hot quiz submitted, okay? So now once we have this set up, I'm just going to save it. You'll see that this is going to segment everybody who's coming in. Let me make this a little bit smaller so that way you can see. The best way to visualize this is imagine a big jar of M&Ms, right? All the different colors of M&Ms, and it's here and it connects here, all right? And they are all funneling in one at a time. Bloop, 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 okay? What we need is this system to go through, add them as a contact, and then they are going to go through this this sorting process. So if it's a blue, goes over here. If it's an orange, goes over here. And if it's a red, it goes over here. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. So we want to take the email and put them down here. But what we want to do first is now that it's here and they've been sorted, we are going to add a contact tag. And you can select that contact tag from this area. And I recommend that you have these preset out. It'll make your life so much easier. We've gone over that in a different video, but I want to tell you, just make sure you have that. So it says that it's the cold quiz submitted. And you see why I like to name these? Because once I go back over it, it's going to tell me the name that I got. So so we have cold lead. And then that can be right there. Next, we are going to have the add tag, which is going to be the warm lead, and then save that action. And then the next one is going to be add tag, which is going to be the hot lead. And so now from here, we have all of our people that we want to speak to. And now we can speak directly to them. So instead of sending out this email straight to one, we can take this and we are going to speak to many, right? So now what I want to do is I want to move it here and I'm going to copy this action and then I'm just going to paste it here. Because if I hover over this with this still copied, it'll paste it every step of the way. And now whenever we're here, we can just put cold, let's see, cold email number 1. And this is a way for me to understand what I'm sending and how to go back in and edit the different emails that I'm sending out. And I would go back in and I would change the information that's going to every single one of these people. So that way, the way I'm speaking to them is reflective of where they are inside of their journey. So cancel, we always want to save. I don't have autosave on because I don't want to have something saved that I wasn't in control of and then lose track of what's going on in this automation. I'd rather know and then just, you know, I'll constantly save. Last one is hot. Oh, did I put number 2 in that last one? So this is still just the hot email number 1 for each step. So this is just the email number 1 for each step. So I need to go back in here and make sure that that says number 1. And then if I wanted to, which I would create a wait step and give that a wait. And if I wanted to, let's say this is the email that went out and it was the first email for delivering a lead magnet or something that somebody wanted that was really valuable. And then I wanted to re-engage with them really quickly. I could send them, let's say that this is a different play where I'm sending over a promo or I'm sending over an offer that'll expire within a certain amount of time. I could set that up to where this is not only an email, it waits, let's see, so until the contact replies, or you could have for a set period of time. So just wait 25 minutes. And then what we could do is we could go in and have this, and now this is on the cold branch. This would be something I would probably rather see on the hot branch. So let me show that to you. So we're going to move this here, and just so I can build this out under the hot branch and you understand what I'm doing. I would send over an additional email that would say from contact first name and then get 50% off in the next 25 minutes. And instead of in, we would say for, right? So for the next 25 minutes. And that's, we could set this to where that's actually triggering them to go and use said code. You could create a coupon code within your system that says first 25 or something like that. And then you're able to, or 50 first 25, something like that, and then put it on a product or put it on something. And so whenever someone reads this, the coupon code speaks to the opportunity, speaks to them utilizing it and getting what they're looking for. And then we would just save that as kind of what you'd want to have. You'd want to have, you know, all that in here. But not only would we send it there, we could then add an SMS. Now, this was all about how to send emails, so I'm going to stay focused and explain only that and end this topic here. I hope you found this extremely helpful, and if you are interested in getting these systems, getting these premium quiz codes, but beyond that, because this is more than a quiz code builder, this is everything that I use whenever I'm setting up for agencies that give them the entire self-closing systems. So that way you can go in, speak to business owners, and actually get this set up, start your agencies the right way where you have all of these automated. Everything that you need to do is just go speak to them as individuals. What do you want your emails to say? What do you want your texts to say? And then you're able to automate all of this. These have everything you need. So if that's something you're looking for and that's something you're interested in, then please head on over to PrettyQuizCodes and I will see you in there. If you found this helpful, then definitely follow, like, and subscribe to this channel. And if you found this video helpful, then click that button up there because you'll find the next one equally as valuable to your journey in becoming a business owner and to sustaining yourself and to getting tons of clients and to not only getting them, but actually giving them outstanding results, exactly what they're looking for. This is what this is all about. I want you to be successful. And so, all right, talk later.